Hey y'all, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Delores, the pastor's daughter. Hey y'all, so I just wanted to come on for a quick minute and say I am triggered this morning. So I woke up to um when I opened up my YouTube, I saw all the headlines about R. Kelly and the charges and all that stuff, right? Well, the verdicts. And so I don't know, I just started thinking, um, y'all really be like protecting these creeps. Like, that is so crazy. That is so crazy to me. Y'all really be protecting these creeps. It is just like it's unreal. And to be honest with you, I can't even really relate. I can't because I never like supported my father's foolishness. Any of the bad stuff that I saw him doing, knew that he was doing, I never supported it. And so it's like, it's so weird to me that people are actually supporting him and victim blaming and covering for him. And even setting up situations where he could take advantage of these girls. That is unreal. Unreal. My father used to, I don't even know if he does it anymore, but he had this, I don't know, I think it was a scam going on, this title pawn thing where he was always into cars and like buying and selling cars and all that stuff. Well, sometimes he would get lemons. Most of the time he would get lemons. I mean, let's be honest. But anyway, so he would do this thing where he'd fix up the car just enough, right? Get the title switched over, and then he would take it and get a title pawn. I mean, he did this over and 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 over again. And then he recruited me. He recruited people from the church. I mean, just he recruited people to do the same thing. Like, so it was like multiple people who would take their cars and go get pawned and really just take the money. They fix up the car just enough to where it would pass, to get uh, some money for it. And then it'll pretty much break down right after that. And more than likely, my father would just leave it abandoned somewhere. I mean, there were times where he would like have a car like parked, in a backyard or in a garage where they couldn't find it. And then I think he grew somewhat of a conscience and decided to leave these cars in like open places where the people could find them, the repossession people could find them. He tried to recruit me for that. I think I might have done it twice, three times maybe. And I was just like, this has to be wrong. And he was like, yeah, just leave it, just leave the car right there and just leave it right there. Like, no, I don't want to be a part of this. This doesn't feel right to me. I'm pretty sure this is wrong, you know, and I don't want any part of it. And so there was a lot that my father would do that he would hide from me. I believe that's why he's so confident that he can really ignore um, what I'm saying. He can ignore even answering for the accusations that I'm making. Not even accusations. I mean, they just happen. I saw them. I have other people who have saw things and have told me. But it's just like, y'all really are protecting these creeps. And it is beyond me. I mean, I told you guys from the very first memory of speaking out, against something that my father was doing wrong. He was doing wrong against me. And he slammed my leg in the car door for it. But I never shut up. And as you can see, I'm still not shutting up. I'm still sounding the alarm. And you can call me a snitch or a tattletale or whatever the case may be, but I am so disappointed that it's so many people out here who are claiming to be Christians who are really just aiding and abetting creeps, allowing their very own children to be abused and mistreated and manipulated by these people. And it's just beyond me. I cannot relate. I cannot relate. We are not the same. If you feel like it's okay to abuse and mistreat and control and manipulate people, we are not the same. We are not the same if you're just going to sit back and just watch it happen. And then some of you actually help. You set people up to be abused by these people. Like, you got to be kidding me. How do you feel like this is okay? And yeah, you benefited. You benefited. That's why you did it. Your pockets got fatter. But what did you do with it? What do you even have to show for it now? Really? More than likely, you are as broke as you were before you sold your soul and sold your child or sold your friend or sold your spouse or whatever you did. You don't even have anything to show for it now. You had that money, but it was like putting in a pocket of holes, a pot full of holes in the bottom. And you weren't going to keep it because you didn't get it right. When are we going to take a stand against this foolishness? As a Christian community, we are no different from the world. So what is the point? What would be the point? At least in the street, people know like who's out there. You know there's gonna be creeps out there. You know you can't trust anybody. But when you get into church, people put on a pretty suit and they sing real nice and they put on their makeup real nice and they do their hair real nice and they shout and they speak in tongues and they give offerings and they volunteer and they do all that stuff. But in the meantime, they are stabbing you in your back and setting you up to be abused or turning a blind eye to it when they see it. This is no longer acceptable, you guys. It's no longer acceptable. It never was. But this is a new day. And people are rising up against this, and I am one of them. This is Delores, the pastor's daughter. Bye bye for now.